Trail cameras are often crowned for recording unbelievable moments, whether it is wild wrestling, bird dives, or eerie figures. Here are some interesting captures made by trail cameras that no one was supposed to see. Goblin in forest. Bike riders in Indonesia were shocked to observe a tiny creepy creature in the middle of the forest. A creature could be seen rushing in front of the riders, who just stopped to capture that eerie brute. But then it quickly escaped and ran as fast as it could and hid in the nearby bushes. Although the riders chased the mysterious beast, it suddenly disappeared into the tall, wild hedges. But as the video went viral, people came up with different suggestions, with some calling it a goblin, while others claimed it to be a wild elf. Whose side are you guys on? Before we move any further, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you can keep watching our amazing content. Weird alien. In the middle of the night, a camera captured a strange, alien-like creature in La Junta. Yes, an alien! This eerie creature thunderstrucks the whole town with its weird look, and after an abnormal walk of a few minutes, it suddenly vanishes from sight. This video hits different social media platforms, and well, it looks like a spooky brute wandering on the car porch. You can even see its elongated limbs and goat-like ears. Many deemed it was a goblin, yet others were not so sure. Alien or goblin? You tell. Bigfoot. If you have never heard of a Bigfoot, also known as a Sasquatch, it's a giant, hairy monster mixture of an ape and gorilla that lives in the deep woods. While only a few pieces of evidence have been found so far, a trail cam installed in the woods near Crescent Falls, Alberta, Canada, recorded glimpses of an unknown creature wandering around a shelter made of woods and limbs. The owner of that camera claimed that this might be a Bigfoot, as no one has ever evidenced such a massive creature in these woods. Owl attacked eagle. An eagle with its eaglets was chilling at the side of a mountain in its safe nest, and suddenly, this happened. From the pitch-black background, two glowing eyes suddenly approached. In an instant, a ghost-like creature dove and vanished from sight with one of the eaglets. This was a horned owl that silently hunts at night. With its stealthy fighting skills and strong claws, it easily managed to pounce on its prey and enjoyed a healthy meal. Lion invasion. This could be the worst nightmare for every hunter. Imagine yourself out for hunting, and on the way back, you find your only shelter hijacked by an aggressive lioness. This seems really freaky, doesn't it? A couple of hunters camping on the Botswana side of the Kalahari Trans-Frontier Park received the shock of their life when they found a curious lioness moving in and out of their tent. The wild beast was spotted looting their stuff, so they hassled the brute by their vehicle's beep. Yet it left, but on the way back, this cunning animal carried off a chair with it. Panda War. Talking about the war of so many brutes, how could we forget this cute animal? This is the rarest footage of these giant pandas scuffling with each other in China. The shouts seemed like siblings arguing for the same candy. In fact, no one could guess exactly the reason behind the war, but I'm sure they must be fighting for their favorite sugar cane. Hey, get off of me! This is my cane! Ninja rat. Most of the time, predators hide to seduce and hunt their prey, no matter if it's in the woods or in the sand. As this rattlesnake dilutes itself in the desert sand to fool the rodents and hunt upon them, yet the desert kangaroo rat is clever enough to detect the danger. It can be seen clearly how the snake pounced upon the rat, but the prey was alert enough, so it quickly hovered back, and after it stayed up there for a few moments and delivered some kicks, it immediately walloped the snake by pushing it back and speedily ran away. Baby bear stuck. Initially, it looked really funny, but how on earth did this cub end up on the bush top? We don't know that, but this footage captured in Switzerland melted everyone's hearts, where a mama bear could be seen rescuing her adventurous cub who was in a really interesting trouble. It climbed a tree and forgot how to come down, so it was stuck in the bush's top. The mama bear shook the stem and tried to climb up, but her weight didn't allow her to do so. After a couple of minutes, she somehow managed to bow down the stem, which eventually broke it and brought her baby back. Kangaroo boxing. Oh, what a punch! Here is a live MMA boxing in the woods, and this perfect defense by the second kangaroo. Oh, here's the first coming again! These gray kangaroos got into boxing and kept punching and kicking each other. Of course, they couldn't state the actual reason behind the fight, but this kicking each other's stomachs and pouncing upon one another lasted for more than 20 minutes and ended without any result, which is very unfortunate. Our guess is they were either fighting for a mate or territory to find a mate. In the end, every fight in the wild is about mating. Drunken bear. It's disco time! Yeah, it was. But why was that bear setting itself up on the tree? Was it trying to scratch its back, or was it simply drunk? Let me explain. The behavior of this kind is common among bears. They don't just have a good scratch, but rather leave their marks on and investigate trees that have been marked by other bears to set boundaries for their territories. They do look funny doing that, though. Chimpanzee's reflection. A hilarious reaction of some chimpanzees was recorded on camera when a mirror was placed in the woods. Initially, one of them shouted and warned its reflection, thinking of another chimp. Then, a group of chimpanzees confronted the mirror with some tickling response, as some jumped and tapped the ground, while others blew the sand and plucked the grass and leaves to express their aggression. Bear cubs climb trees. Here is another mama bear with her young cubs. It really seems cute to see those whelps crawling up like expert caterpillars. It looks as if they were searching for some honey under their mom's supervision. Actually, they were not looking for honey, but were trying to hide from the adult male beast. It is the usual behavior of female bears to train their babies to climb trees to protect them from dangers. Hence, here as well, this mama bear is trying to protect her offspring by sending them up and patrolling to get clues of any upcoming danger. Owl attack. This fearless nightbird got no chill as it dives on the cunning fox. Well, that's not all, as it was literally determined to encounter the curious predator who, after leaving straight paw prints on the snow, returned to confront the challenging enemy. The fox and the owl confronted each other, but none attacked. The owl, however, looked ready to strike upon the orbiting rival by turning its head at an angle of 360 degrees. The winter clash ended as the vixen quit the show. Rare white deers. For several years, stories of this rare deer have been roaming around the world, with the wish of encountering this mysterious beast at least once in a life. A lucky hunter placed his trail camera in Seneca Army Depot, which recorded some glimpses of this beautiful, precious animal. This suburban white-tailed deer really looks majestic with its royal walk and its black, shining eyes staring directly into the camera. But after a little mesmerizing moment, it disappeared into the woods again. Snake attacked owl. Don't blink your eyes, otherwise you will miss the strike. This stunning trail camera recorded an odd sight where a snake attempted to take down a great horned owl. The snake must have been starving. That's why it risked its life and dared to lunge upon the nightbird. The nocturnal bird turned the table in a few seconds as it quickly managed to flee by non-stop claw strike and continuous flapping wings and pitching the predator into a pond. Bear attack camera. This hungry black bear was recorded by a trail camera as it tried to chew up the shutter, assuming it to be a honeycomb. It pounced upon the camera with its giant mouth and pointed teeth. It almost destroyed the camera lens. Try to feel that rumbling noise. It sounds really horrible. After a deadly attempt of a few minutes, it quit, leaving behind its breath fog on the lens. Illuminating eyes. The trail camera captured an unknown glowing object in the woods. After a couple of minutes, a fox with gleaming eyes appeared from behind. But this couldn't be exactly that unknown creature, as the eyes of this cunning fox were very close compared to the ghostly gazed eyes that were fairly apart. Well, this mysterious creature, after showing a glimpse, disappeared into the woods without leaving a clue of its origin. Bear fight. Just feel the horrific growls. This huge beast's roar will literally give you goosebumps. This deadly encounter between two male bears was recorded by a trail camera as it started with warning another by horrendous snarling. And here it starts, pouncing and biting one another. It was truly an insane fight in the middle of the woods that lasted for a few minutes and ended when both of them parted their ways. Cubs on swings. Swinging is really fun, as shown by these cute cubs who hijacked a backyard with their mother and took control of a porch swing. Tearing up the cushions, they really enjoyed the satisfying ride. Swaying back and forth, they cuddled one another. But as the mama bear came, they got down and left, one with the shredded truckle. Strange moose. This unknown vegetarian was recorded by a trail camera placed in the Maine woods. This strange moose-like brute with an elongated face and thin, long legs was seen grazing after a long period, as these giant creatures are at the verge of extinction due to illegal hunting. It looks like a moose has shed its antler and changed its face in order to escape from hunters. Buck shed antler. Now, let's focus on how amazing nature can be. Do you know that deer shed their antlers every year? Well, a trail cam caught this event happening in real time. In fact, this buck had only one antler on its head, which means that it had shed the former at some other place. It simply shook its head to get rid of the second one, and the antlers fall off. Deer versus tree branch. Enjoyed the deer versus deer? Well, let's try this one, where this buck didn't find any enemy to fight, so it just combated with a poor tree. Assuming the branches as another deer with large antlers, this angry buck decided to defeat the enemy by its continuous head strike. Bird's sand bath. This is truly soothing. These birds were caught on trail cam while chirping and enjoying a sand bath in the middle of the woods. This is not an unusual behavior, as birds are known to dig up holes in the sand and dust themselves when their feathers get oily. In order to get rid of excessive oils, birds take sand baths to keep their feathers healthy and lose any kind of junk that may be stuck with their flight tools. Pine marten versus squirrel. Now this one really looks like a cat and mouse show. Or should I say, a peekaboo game. A pine marten chasing a squirrel on a tree was recorded in Colorado. This marten wanted to have a squirrel roast, yet the tiny pack rat was clever enough to deceive the predator by circulating around the tree quickly. This entertaining show lasted a few minutes until the marten gave up. Dog versus lion. Dogs have always loved to pester the cats. Even in the wilds, or even if it is a massive lioness, a camera recorded an unusual fight between a dog and a lioness, where they both swoop upon each other like eternal enemies. The war started when a dog got into the lion's space and encountered a pair of lionesses. One of them quickly pounced upon the invader, but the dog was not scared. After a brave fight he put up before the big cat, it came back towards the jeeps. Boss bear. A grizzly sleeping bear was recorded while he was sitting like a boss and fascinating the visitors, especially kids, with his cute, welcoming gestures.
Hello, kids. Would you like to have some honey pie or peanut butter?
Kangaroo versus goat. Now here we have another extraordinary encounter between a goat and kangaroo caught on camera. I could not exactly say what has happened between them, but it looks very serious. Maybe the goat had entered the kangaroo place and just wanted to get rid of the invader. Or maybe the food is the reason for their dispute. Whatever it is making them fight like warriors. The goat looked a bit scared while it was not ready to give up. In fact, none of them wanted to show their weakness. This eerie figure was witnessed somewhere in Africa, where a man installed a trail camera in the woods to record some wildlife moments. But what it captured instead was really puzzling. The unknown figure was filmed walking across the road as if he was on a mission, or might be looking for something. Although, from its elongated head and almond-pointed eyes, it looks more like an alien. Yet its size says something else. People went crazy as the image went viral and gave different titles to the unidentified creature. Alien or some other figure? Any guesses? Leopard versus elephants. Whoa! This leopard looked self-obsessed by the way it looked in the mirror and praised itself for its beautiful spots and ultimate strength. Well, its self-grooming ended when an elephant entered the vanity area with his missus and 2 young calves, alerting the spotted cat with its ear-piercing shriek as it's time for its family to enjoy the mirror moments. Observing the huge army of intruders, the leopard saved itself by running away. That's not all, as one of the elephants got scared after it saw its reflection as it didn't recognize itself. Like, who's this fat lady? Well, the whole brood ran away from the spot as none of them liked their mirror image. Centipede killed by a mouse. Scared of a howling wolf into the night sky? Then just watch this. Meet werewolf mouse, a born killer, also known as grasshopper mouse, was captured in a deserted area fighting and killing a centipede that could be a threat to its newborns. The centipede was equally ready with its venomous fangs, yet couldn't defeat the opponent as the mouse managed to take an upper hand by its continuous reflexes and got a fresh dinner for its neonates. Eagle lifting a goat. This looks like a Rahanavis, the flying dinosaur. I couldn't just believe my eyes how this eagle displayed a remarkable hunting strategy, preying on goats much larger than itself. Gliding through the air with a large wingspan and sharp talons, the savage eagle briskly lunged at a goat and dragged it down the mountain cliff, then swiftly lifted it away. Looks like someone's going to have roasted lamb for lunch. Jokes apart, I feel really sorry for the poor goat who's been uplifted to be an eagle snack. Deer with a tumor. Is this deer copying a bull's dewlaps, or does it have some deformed organ? This winter clip can raise many questions. As you can see, a giant ball-like structure hanging from the buck's neck. This deer is actually suffering from a disease. This is hydrocyst, a fluid-filled growth that appeared in the brisket area of the bucks, yet could also be grown in other areas of the body. This might sound disgusting, but these animals can be recovered if treated properly. Well, that's all for today, guys. Thank you for watching the video.